What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So in today's video I'm going to be taking the Mustang out and we're going to be getting some baseline like 0 to 60 foot and probably do some quarter-mile runs as well. Found this nice spot in Mexico to do some runs, so we'll be hitting that up. So previously I've been just using my track apps that are built into the car from Ford and built into my dash, and those are okay. They're not super accurate though, so I've been wanting to do something different. My buddy's been using this thing called a Dragy for his Camaro, and he's had super good luck with it. I had heard of them before, seen lots of videos and whatnot, and they're super accurate, like usually within a tenth of a second of what you're going to be running at the track. So they're super cool. Really excited to get some nice baselines with that. So basically how this works, this is just kind of a GPS sort of device, and then you got an app on your phone that'll basically record your times, which is cool because I'll be able to put those in on the video as well. And this thing is pretty nice because it just kind of magnets to whatever you want, and I got this spot right here, so you just slap it right there. Now, being perfectly honest with you guys, I am by no means a drag racer whatsoever. I have really no experience. I've never even been to a track. I just kind of like to play around with my cars and whatnot, so I'm not expecting super great times. The fastest I ran so far with the track apps was a 12.7, which is absolutely pathetic because that's what these cars are supposed to run stock. And my issue was I just could not stop spinning. So basically I'm running almost 40 PSI on my tires right now, which is what you're recommended to run in these particular tires at just regular highway driving. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a run from that. I'm not expecting it to do very well, so we'll probably end up dropping the pressure down to around 20 or so. That should help with me grip a little better. But at the end of the day, I'm not expecting a whole lot. The pavement temps here in Mexico are not super warm, so we are in like the 50s, so hopefully it'll do okay. But let's go ahead and get out and we'll see what it does. All right, guys, here we go. First run. We're gonna get up to about 2,000 RPMs. Roll into it slow. It does a lot of wheel hop. Even with these better springs and everything, it's just not set up good enough for really thrashing on it like that. Plus I know I'll end up destroying this clutch. And as far as the shifts go, I'm still letting off the clutch in between each shift fully. I'm not going to do any no lift shifts. People will do them on transmissions that are a little better than this one, but I'm just not willing to do that. So we'll look at our results here real quick. We had a 1253, which is my to-date best pass, and what was that, 2.32 60 foot, so it's just absolute terrible 60 foot. We're running 842 in the 8th. Yeah, so my 60 foot, I can pick up a lot there. I could easily have this thing in the 11s. I'm not too disappointed with that run right there. That's not half bad. So that was a pretty good launch. I was really happy with that launch, just slowly slipping the clutch at about 2,000 RPMs. I might be able to bump it up a little more, I don't know, but it'd be worth trying anyway. Alright, so obviously we made a couple runs. I'm not extremely happy with the results, but then again, I'm not super bummed either because, like I said, I am not a drag racer at all. I haven't really ever even done timed quarter miles. So this is something new for me. I'm just trying to figure out how this car wants to be shifted and kind of driven. And so far it seems okay, but like I was saying earlier, I think I've still got like 38 to 40 PSI in these tires. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop it down to like mid-20s, and we're gonna make another couple hits and see how that does. All right, guys, heading back out. I just dropped the tires down to about 25 PSI in both rear tires. So we're gonna see what that does. It's gotta help some. I mean, I was about 15 PSI higher these last runs, so I'm not expecting to crack into an 11 today, but I do want to at least see, hopefully we can get somewhat close. I know it's got more in it than a 12.5. The car just don't feel right for that. All right, here we go. Probably going to call it until I go to get it tuned. I think that'll give us a pretty good baseline. These are starting to seem fairly consistent. We'll see what this last one does, but it's looking like mid-12s is about all it's going to want to do with what I'm currently got going on. Could hear in the video, but it was spinning in first still. These launches are getting better and better. The shifts are getting crisper. I'm still not, I mean, I'm not shifting like half of these guys that are out here racing can do. So to hit a 12.4, I am very happy with that. That is not bad at all. For me anyway. A lot of you guys are going to look at it and be like, wow, you have a supercharged car. That's such a joke. But I agree, it completely is. But for me, I mean, like I said, I'm not a drag racer. I'm pretty happy with that. Because to me, that just shows that the only way from here is up, too. Like, if I can be busted off a 12.4 on the street, not a hard launch or anything, and I'm still spinning, I don't have it completely dialed in like I want, I think that that's a pretty good sign. Alright guys, so it's been a couple days since I initially gathered up this footage from these Dragy runs that we did down in Mexico, and I just had a few things that I observed when going back and watching the footage and editing this video that I thought I should just kind of comment on. So the first thing is, I noticed that my shifts, while when I'm doing the driving everything feels super fast and whatnot, but when you actually go back and watch the footage, I just see how actually terrible they are and completely slow. Like when you watch a lot of these other guys shifting their cars, they're so much faster, and I know I'm losing time there. So the second thing is, if you watch out the window when I go to do my launches, you look at the trees, you can see the car start to slowly roll forward before I actually get into it. And that is very bad because I'm wasting tenths of seconds there, because as soon as that Dragy senses some movement, your time is going to start rolling, and when you're not getting into it, you're just wasting precious tenths of seconds. And then the third thing is the tune. So I found out that the car does have just a basic Roush tune that you get. So basically, for people that know, if you don't know, I'll go ahead and explain it, but when you buy a Mustang GT or whatever from the dealership, Roush is basically a partner company with Ford, so you can opt to get one of their superchargers put on your car, or you can put it on yourself, whatever. They're just an approved partner company. So if you do that, you get to retain your factory warranty, but the stipulation is you got to keep a Roush tune. So looking at online forums and everything, those tunes are just completely watered down. They don't damage the car or anything, it just, your car is not at all fully unlocked. So basically what I was seeing a lot of guys saying, with the Roush tune supercharger kit and everything like I have, they were running slightly worse or about just as good as a basic bolt-on GT, which is absolutely terrible. On the same note, the same guys were saying when they went from the Roush tune up to a Lund tune, they were gaining like 13 to 15 miles an hour on their ET, which is insanely good. Like they were going from running mid-12s to high 10s. I was seeing mid-10s. It depends, of course, if you're auto or manual, but that's a really good sign for me. So I think once I get all the things that I mentioned dialed in, I think this car is going to be really moving out. And like I said, even if it doesn't, that just means that I really need a driver mod, I guess. So I'll just have to really be working and practicing on that. But at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. All I want to do is just have fun and continue to get better at it and just really enjoying the sport. So feel free to roast me. Like I said, I can definitely see where I'm messing up. There's tons of people that are way better drivers than me, but hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I do have a new GoPro 360 camera coming, which I'm very excited about because I know I'm getting sick of just the in-car shots. I want to get footage of the actual car driving, so I think that'll be a really cool addition to have. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it, and we'll catch you in the next video.